welcome back. Outside Minds podcast. Because you've already seen too much, bro.
They only added it so it could be like a ritual.
They're saying there's these, the end of times, right? There's all these signs.
Do you think we would know? Like, do you think the general public would know if Jesus came back?
Take a picture for $5. You have a purpose in life, and if you don't fulfill it, you will come back until you fulfill it.
Welcome back to another episode of the Outside Minds podcast, special edition New Year's 2025 recap. I'm your host and creator, Stilo Free. This is the other host and creator,
Top 420.
and we got some 10 big moments. Instagram viral, some of them viral,
Yep.
most of them viral. Some good moments from the last year. Let's talk about the year in general. How was your 2025? This is the first show of 2026, by the way.
Yeah, today is the first.
Today is the first. What was your year like, man? What would you say?
It was quick. That's,
Yeah, that was quick.
It was fast. Wasn't bad. Wasn't good. I mean, it was good, but it was nothing crazy. It was good for us in the
Are you
podcast
surprised
sense.
that Diddy only got a few years?
Not
I'm
really.
not surprised.
No, yes, because it's short, but no, because it's short. You know what I mean?
Hey, if Young Thug got off, Diddy's, pretty much getting off. You know what I'm saying?
Something that Isaac Weishaupt mentioned is his prediction last year was that Jay-Z was going to be name dropped, and not even one thing, but him and Beyonce have been quiet.
Yeah, that's true.
Because he's involved in that.
Oh,
too.
absolutely. 100%. Yeah, this year was good. It did go by quick, but then again, too, there's so much stuff happening that it feels so long. Because remember the Cybertruck explosion?
Right.
That was just in December of, not last year, but the previous. So that was 13 months ago. That was just barely over a year was the Cybertruck thing. And I remember 2 or 3 months later, we were like, it feels like a year ago.
Right,
dude.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
Hell yeah. Yeah, a lot of court cases, a lot of court stuff with Diddy. What else did we get this year? Epstein.
We didn't, but did.
Yeah. We're never. We're not even gonna talk about that this episode. Maybe we will. Maybe we won't. Anyways, moving on. So, one of the first big things not even one of the first big things, just one of the big things that happened this year was mermaids, bro.
Yeah.
Not even that it happened this year, but that people are just. I feel like mermaids were part of the disclosure process at this point. You know what I'm saying?
Right. They're doing
we
the
gotta
same
get them
thing.
ready for interdimensional beings or egregores or just otherworldly beings. And there was some stuff about mermaids, so we did an episode about it. We had a post that did really good about it, so we're gonna check that out right now. Everybody's been talking about the mermaids, so we might as well do a mind blown Monday and talk more about the mermaids. Let's go. I talked about duendes in one of my last videos and how the people of the countries where they see them, they just accept them as fact. They're not myths. They're not stories to scare the kids. They're like real. Don't go around these places, otherwise you'll see the duendes. Well, in the Caribbean, and mostly in Haiti in particular, where I've been seeing these stories come from, it's the same thing with mermaids. They're just like, after a certain time at night, don't go towards the beach, don't go towards these bodies of waters, because these mermaids, they'll kidnap you, they'll take you. There have been stories where they take people as slaves. There have been stories where obviously they sing so beautifully and they lure you in. Some people say they look like hideous creatures rather than beautiful fish ladies. The other thing that gives me the heebie-jeebies is a lot of people, when they talk about like duendes or they talk about leprechauns, they always talk about some kind of bartering or getting gold or something from them. And that's kind of how it is with some of these mermaid stories. They say that they'll ask you for something or they'll want to trade something, but they say if they ask you for something, you bring them the opposite. So if they ask for salt, you bring them sugar. If they ask you for sugar, you bring them salt, because what you want to do is make them think you're stupid, because they think if you can obey them, then you're going to be the perfect slave and they're going to want to take you down there and be slaves for them. What do you guys think? Are any of you guys from Haiti? Do you guys have any mermaid stories? Let me know in the comments. Let me know. What if you got kidnapped by a mermaid, bro?
That would be insane. I'm gonna have to remember to do it's opposite day.
Yeah.
To do everything backwards.
Damn. Hell nah. Would you even swim in the water? Like if you were in Haiti and it was like they're like, don't go in those waters past 10 p.m. on this beach.
I don't even go in the waters out here, bro. I'm not going.
No,
in the
but
water.
let's say you were there and shit. You know,
I mean,
would you go out
no.
there? What if there was
Maybe to take pictures, sure, but then that might be a trap too.
What if there was $1 million out there in a suitcase floating?
Bro, I wouldn't be the first one to be going to get that, so there'd be no way. I'd be like, hell no. How many other people failed at getting that before me?
That's
It's
true.
$1 million.
That's true. Anyways, another one of our viral moments. One of the great episodes from this year.
Oh,
Shout out to
yeah.
Trevor Hess.
Shout out.
He was just on a few shows ago. I don't know if it's the last show or what. No, the Winter Solstice show.
Yeah.
Anyways, shout out to him. People get really upset when you talk about Christianity, when you talk about Mary Magdalene. So let's check it out. This is one of the first very big videos we had on our Instagram. We're talking Mary Magdalene. Let's check it out.
And then you got to realize, why have they kept Mary Magdalene so secret? In the picture of the Last Supper, there's some edited versions, but the original has Mary Magdalene actually sitting on his right side.
Yeah.
And if you know anything about the military, the person who sits on your right side is your lieutenant.
Your right-hand
That is
man.
your number one.
That's your right-hand man.
You know what I'm
That's
saying?
where it comes from.
That's your right-hand man, right?
Yeah.
That's where that phrase comes from.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? So like, and in that time, if Jesus was here to live the full human experience and he is God, well, we're created to reproduce. So why didn't he reproduce or get married?
Yep.
Wow.
Do you know what I'm saying? Which potentially means that the lineage and bloodline of Jesus is still on planet Earth.
That was a good one. That was a good one. That a lot of people get upset about Christianity and they just fight in the comments. But the thing about like the whole like apocrypha and stuff like that is like, why if there was no substance in there, or if there wasn't stuff in there that was like true or powerful, why else would they try to hide it? You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
right.
Like and or otherwise treated like fan fiction. You know what I mean? Oh yeah, you should read those books, whatever. That's just the
kinda like
fake shit. You know
They
what I mean?
take out certain excerpts of the Bible
Yeah.
too.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah, yeah.
There's reasons behind
Yeah,
all that
yeah.
for sure.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, we're gonna talk more Christianity. We're gonna talk more religion. We're gonna get more people upset. I mean, I don't know. You know,
It is what it is. Everyone has their opinions.
Yeah.
You know.
Controversy sells, bro.
Yep.
But anyways, same episode. We were talking about mushrooms, and this was a pretty profound statement here. I think a lot of the psychonauts can agree that there's not really such a thing as a bad trip. You know what I mean? I've had some bad trips. I'm not gonna lie. Man. They're scary.
I had a good trip last night.
But I think we all can agree that after a bad trip, we have learned profound lessons from that bad trip. But anyways, another viral moment. Let's check it out.
Well, bad trips are actually only when the plant medicine is forcing you to feel and think about things that you necessarily don't feel comfortable thinking about right in this moment.
Yes.
So the bad trip is your perception because it's making you do things you don't want to do. So you automatically just label it as bad versus potentially your higher self, Yahweh, or source trying to help you heal through a trauma that is actually poisoning your energetic
100%.
Yes.
Do you know what I'm saying?
So would you say that trip in Vegas where the TV was talking to you was a bad trip?
No, like I always call it it's a dark trip.
Oh, yeah, there you go. There you go.
I don't label it bad. It's either a lighter trip or a darker trip, but usually there's a underlining message there that you have to look for.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, and it's always like after something so profound like a trip like that, after you just like, especially like the next day, you're just like, number one, so much more grateful for life.
You can't do nothing but laugh at
Yeah.
the state you were in.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, it's so real, but
Yeah.
there's also this reality too, you know?
Yeah. And it's always such a readjustment, but it's almost like the worse the trip is, the more you appreciate life. Because you can still appreciate life after a good trip, but when you're like, oh my God, I was on the brink of insanity last night.
Yes,
and then now I'm
yes.
walking my dog.
Well,
I love my dog.
Yeah, you just appreciate life more
Yeah.
because you are in this state of mind
Yeah,
rather than
stable.
that 24/7.
Yeah. Instead of chaos and shit. Fuck, hell yeah. Man, so we have I didn't have Spencer Pratt being an investigative journalist on my bingo card for 2025, but we checked it off. You know what I'm saying? I'm super glad this guy's doing this because no one's talking about the Maui fires anymore, you know?
Yeah,
and this guy's still talking about the LA fires, you know? And we know all these fires are part of, you know, secret fucking 15-minute
takeover plans.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So there's so much stuff that's going on in the world that it's easy to forget about the last tragedy. But with all of that being said, Spencer Pratt, this was a big moment on Instagram too. He figured out that they used fire aid money that the city raised to rebuild a park that didn't even burn down. And they built it with a fire truck theme. We're going to check it out right now. Let's check it out.
Okay, so if you guys have been paying any attention, Spencer Pratt has been pointing out all the shady stuff that's been going on with the Palisades fire, and this next story is crazy. I guess he was trying to figure out where the money went from the Fire Aid fundraiser and how it's going to the Palisades, and he discovered that some of it was used to rebuild a park that didn't even burn down. And the craziest part was that they made the theme of the park fire trucks. Check out some of the video.
This is the Palisades Park that didn't burn down, and that the city took fire aid money to rebuild and redesign in a fire truck, fire
Bro, that
station,
has to be like hundreds of thousands of dollars, bro.
Freaking,
if not millions.
What? These kids all had to run out of school with flames coming down at them, crying moms, and now their park that they have to come back to is just this triggering troll park. Hey, watch this. What? What are they thinking? This is what kids want to hear after their town burn?
I never thought the dude from Laguna
It's
Hills
insane.
would be an investigative journalist.
Laguna Hills,
Let me know
remember
what you
that
guys
show,
think in
dude?
the comments. Peace out.
Fucking Laguna Hills, man.
That was probably one of the best parks over here growing up is the fire truck park.
Oh, there was one?
Yeah, it's on Prairie and maybe 182nd.
Oh, yeah.
Right,
I remember that
Fire
part, like
truck
in North
park.
Torrance?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They used to have a big fire truck on there. They used to be able to climb
Damn.
on and play on, but they
Yeah.
took that out a long time ago.
Probably
That
some
was-
kids got stuck. There's like the little departments you can like. It was
one
like
of
these
the-
little small
yeah.
spaces you can crawl into.
That was one of the best parks growing up.
Yeah, it was. Damn, like, you brought me back with that one.
Yeah, that one was dope.
Anyways, we also figured out people get really upset when you talk about rappers and their connections to the CIA. You know what I'm saying? We had the Genie on, and he talked
Shout
about shout out to the Genie. He talked about how Tupac was probably an industry plant. A lot of people didn't like that. A few posts later, I didn't. This was just a reaction video of just this other chick's video, but it got a lot of traction on Instagram because people get upset when you suggest that Young Thug might be a CIA asset. But anyways, let's check it out. I like this girl's theory right here.
Jail phones, Fed phones, the regular phone,
Uh-oh.
right? He's not an idiot.
Sorry guys, let me redo it.
I think a lot of people are missing in regards to the Young Thug and Gunna case is that there is a reason why Young Thug was so comfortable being on the phone. Listen, anybody with a brain knows not to speak on jail phones, Fed phones, the regular phone, right? He's not an idiot, right? He's a genius, actually. And for him to be that comfortable talking on the phone about the things that he was talking about lets me know two things. First of all, it lets me know he was working with the feds from jump.
Off top.
The whole YSL operation is a CIA psyop, first. Second of all, he was trying to trap other people into telling on themselves, into blackmail, so that on the back end, right, when he's freed, which he already had worked through with the feds, with the CIA, right, that he's going to get his freedom on the back end, he has to offer them something, right? There has to be an exchange. What he is offering them is blackmail of all the other artists he was on the phone with, snitching on themselves.
Damn.
The whole hip hop industry is a fucking psyop.
Yes.
Ask me how I know.
Yes. That's how they do it though, you know what I'm saying? They take one guy and they blackmail him into getting the other guys. And we talked about it last week. with Psychosmos, Dr. Matt. We talked about in the Diddy documentary how that first show he threw, there was people that got trampled to death, you know what I'm saying? And then the same thing with Epstein. He got in trouble early, and we think people sat him down and were just like, Sam Tripoli, shout out to Sam Tripoli, says this a lot. You know, these guys that get in trouble or have these weird sex things or whatever, they fucking, that's why he says he thinks they're spying on your porn. They know what kind of porn you watch.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
And
Pornhub specifically, that site.
Not only that, but we also know that your iPhone takes pictures of you, bro.
Constantly.
So it's just, you know, they're going to have some
sort of database.
Oh, weird kind of faces and shit. We know that this face was being made when you were watching this website.
At this time. At this location.
Oh, shit. Okay, shout out to Jay Storm, the third host. This was an excellent theory he came up with. It's about Tartaria and the Mandela effect. Let's just check it out. I don't need to explain it. We can watch the video.
Yeah, here's my thing. So there's this other thing going around. That's like some guy had threw out the idea that the Mandela effect came into existence because we have humans that are physically going back and fucking with the timeline. Okay? If the future and the past doesn't exist and the only thing that exists is now, there's people who have taken it that far that they can jump timelines and alternate realities. And so they're saying that us in the multiverse aspect exist in multiple timelines simultaneously. And who's not to say that these buildings aren't jumping timelines?
Damn, bro, buildings jumping timelines.
That's insane. Yeah,
that explains a lot of shit, though.
It could be an answer to a lot of weird, crazy.
Which is why there's
mishaps.
which is why there's probably a big connection to Atlantis and Egypt. And every time you see like Atlantis movies, they're all dressed like Egyptians and shit. It's like the Egyptians took that style from them or something. I don't know.
Yeah, it's always like they came across a place or something, you know?
Yeah, hell yeah. Yeah, that shit is all interesting. Another big thing that happened this year, bro. Man, Charlie Kirk tragedy. What do you think of that, bro?
It was crazy. I mean, I remember the day, obviously. It was big news, but it was just like, it's not surprising that something that crazy happened, but, you know, it is surprising that it happened in general because it's an assassination.
Yeah. It's crazy it's crazy when they get assassinations on tape, bro.
Yes, and they can't solve it.
Yeah.
Or, you know.
Yeah.
You know,
there's all kind of crazy theories too. My mom's still sending me videos on like theories, and I'm just like, I can't watch any more videos on this.
It's too much.
Just give us the official narrative, and we'll decide for ourselves if we believe it or not. How about that? Because we're just gonna go with what makes sense anyway.
And the official narrative is retarded.
Yeah. Let's not even get into it. But anyways, this is a little video that went viral. This was my thoughts on the situation, the aftermath of the Charlie Kirk tragedy, as well as the reaction and all that kind of stuff, the public.
I think the ironic thing about the Charlie Kirk situation was there was a big part of the population that didn't know who this man was or what he stood for. And they saw another big part of the population celebrate the tragedy that happened to him. And it caused these people that didn't know who he was to look into his videos and look into his messages to see what he was about, to see why is everyone hating on this man. And they started to see that the videos and the things he was saying in his videos, they actually agree with. So what do you guys think? Peace out.
That's crazy, man. They took him out. And then all these people were like, well, let me see. Then try to fucking... I think most of those people were just trying to clip out clips of him saying outrageous things.
I was going to say a lot of it is clips online that are taken out of context, although he did say some wild stuff. I mean, I'm not going to take that away, but most of the stuff is just taken out of context. If you just leave it, it'll stop at the end.
Oh, shit, okay.
And that's why I've been trying to refresh
shit.
it real quick.
Okay.
Yeah. So next one, just leave it.
But anyways, but yeah, bro, that it's funny because the ones that people are like, oh, he said this here, and they're all upset about it. It'll be like a 10-second clip. And you're like, okay.
What did he say right before that, and what did he say right after that? You need context.
Yeah, exactly. But that's how they do it, man. They clip things together, text some stuff out, put some stuff in. The most bullshit thing is when they put one part of an interview next to another part.
Oh,
and
yeah.
then it's like makes it look like
It's like he answered that question, but it had something to do with something else. I mean, they did that to Trump a lot too. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's the media in general.
Yeah, but you know what? He's not doing the best job for himself right now. Anyway,
no, definitely not
by any means at all.
Nah, I'm just pointing out the media and how they do things.
Anyways, shout out to Ryan Vidge. He was actually supposed to be here today, helping us out with the show.
Vidge.
But anyways, we're gonna have him on for another appearance. Weird News number 2. We started doing this new show where we read news stories, we make fun of them. There was this local bar. Some funny stuff happened with it. We're going to check it out right now. Let's go.
So it's no longer called The End. It's called like Mom Said Yes. And what happened was they had like a party there, I guess. And it turned out to be a Proud Boys meeting. What? Yeah, I don't know if they like knew that that's who they booked when they booked like this reserved party.
How'd you get so many Proud Boys to come by, bro?
You sold out the show or what? You had to sell out that night?
Well, he was the main promoter.
I didn't want
the door deal was just too good.
No, but I guess they had like it turned out to be a Proud Boys meeting, and then like people in the community like found out and were like blacklisted the place, and then they were like getting blown up on Yelp about it, like, hey, oh, this place hosts a Proud Boys meeting.
Hey, luckily they didn't recognize you in your clan hood. I guess that's news story number 1.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, but they changed the name, and it's like, I don't know, it's a different place now. It's like a pizza place.
A pizza place, yeah, right.
Comet Pizza.
Comment Pizza.
Isn't that the place?
Yeah. So what do you think about that, man? Do you think they really had a basement where they were diddling kids down there?
I don't know, because there's a lot of people that are on that dude's side saying he's not crazy for trying to go in there. Remember
the guy that was trying to burn it down?
Or whatever he did, trying to break in there.
And wasn't that guy possibly being blackmailed too?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. There's a lot of weird shit behind that.
He was drinking and driving and killed someone, I think, or something like that, right?
I don't remember the details, but I remember there was some weird details surrounding him to where it's like, yeah, he could have been set up.
And he's related to someone, I think, in the whole thing. Yeah. Anyways, this episode was cool. We did it around Halloween time. Shout out to Saran the Shaman.
Yep.
He practices demonology and occult magic, ritual magic. It was a very interesting episode, and he talked to us about some of his celebrity clients, including Aaron the Plumber. And Aaron the Plumber actually even commented on our TikTok. This video actually blew up on TikTok more than it did on Instagram, and a lot of people were tagging him on it. And then he said something like, "Oh, show the actual messages, which he actually does. He actually, I posted another video that he sent me where he actually shows the messages. But yeah, it's interesting. We got a little bit of insight into the world of Hollywood and how they use magic.
Yep.
This dude Aaron the Plumber, I did some magic for Aaron the Plumber.
Wow.
And after I did, and I have a video, I've even seen the video of it, of our message and everything. After I did the magic for him, dude start talking bad about the occult. Like on Street Stars. He started talking like, oh yeah, it's all the pipe, and all these people are this and that, and it's all just demonic and evil. And I'm like, bro, you came to me for goddamn stuff to get your career moving.
You came to
you was
me.
pissed off. You said they're painting you out as a bad guy and all these type of things. I have all the messages, you know.
That was actually one of my favorite interviews as well.
That one was fun.
He was a very interesting guy, super nice guy.
Very
for a demonologist.
He is
super
very
polite,
cool.
super professional, super cool dude. I'd probably have a drink with him at the bar. I wouldn't pay him for spell
definitely.
work.
I mean, even if you met him randomly, you would probably never even think that about him, you know,
Yeah.
just because that's not the way he really like acts, I guess, or the way you would think one acts.
And on that note, it's funny because even the way he explained demonology was kind of like not debunking it, but almost like demystifying it in a way. To where he explained it, where he's like, these are just amplifiers, you know, amplifiers in your mind that you use for stuff. And the funny thing about that is that he kind of seems more realer than when you see like, you know, like those goth kids walking around that listen to like death metal bands.
Right.
And they have like all this, you know, they look all like fucking crazy.
Yeah,
And then you're just like, oh, you're kind of like cosplaying or whatever.
Right,
you
right,
know what I
right,
mean?
right.
You probably don't even know those symbols you're wearing. And this guy knows all about the symbols
the
and the
history,
sigils,
what they mean,
and
what they
and all that
do.
kind of stuff. So,
Yeah.
and it's cool to see someone like that demystified and stuff like that.
Right.
I still wouldn't let him do a ritual for me.
No, I'm good.
But it's all good. It's very interesting to learn
super
about.
Interesting.
I do want to have him back on again. We'll have another conversation. Maybe we'll go down to some rabbit holes into some of the stuff he's into.
Yep.
But shout out Trevor Hess.
Once again.
Another viral video. This time we did episode a few weeks ago on the winter solstice. We talked some Santa Claus, the first psyop for kids. And this one blew up, so let's check it out.
Yep.
When I got told that Santa Claus wasn't real, I made a mental acknowledgement that literally the entire Matrix lied to me.
Right.
Every single adult, every grocery store, every commercial, the TVs, the radio, it was all a lie.
Yep.
And then that is really what sparked my question everything.
And then the actual image of Santa Claus pushed by Coca-Cola.
Yeah, in the 1930s, they just they took the colors of the shamans in Siberia that would ingest Amanita muscaria mushrooms and then go and bring back gifts from the spirit realm and go down the chimney because there was so much snow that the only way to get in the house was through the chimney. And they would bring food and gifts and then bring esoteric knowledge from the spirit realm to each individual family. You know what I'm saying? So like, there's just it just goes deep, but really Santa Claus really was the pinpoint where I guess was the very first red pill I ever took. And I acknowledged that every human lied to me.
It's so funny because that posted really well. I knew it was going to do well, but a lot of people are like trying to just be like, oh, he got tricked and he does, you know, he's so hurt because Santa Claus doesn't exist. And it's like, why are you guys just so upset at the video? Like, you guys are so angry that
you got the other half. Dang, I feel bad for lying to my kids.
I saw that too.
Yeah.
I saw that too. What would you do if you had kids, bro? Would you do the whole Santa Claus thing? I would do the Santa Claus thing, but I would just make it like super obvious.
Yeah, I think the cutoff age should be earlier than people normally do it. Like, you know, maybe it should be around 5 or 6, not 8, 9, 10. You know what I mean? Because it's a little pushing it, I think. But I mean, you know, to each his own.
That's why I think it's a good idea to kind of be obvious about it, because at that point, like, in order to keep up that whole ruse,
it's a job.
Come on, they're 9 or come on, they're gonna be questioning you every fucking corner.
And then you got this damn elf on a shelf now, like, and they have to wake up and put it somewhere.
Did you see the conspiracy about that, bro?
Well, yeah, that's why I put it on the comment of this video.
That's right,
It has the most likes. It says, "Stop spreading misinformation. The elf is watching you."
Damn. Hell yeah.
Good recap.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Some great episodes.
2026, we're gonna have some great shows this year. Yeah, so thank you guys for tuning in. Outside Minds Podcast 2025 has been a great year. We did a lot of growing this year. We got a lot of new faces. We hit some great milestones, some great landmarks. We thank you guys so much for listening. If you guys are this far in the episode, thank you guys so much for sticking around. You guys are fucking true fans, followers, friends, family. Thank you guys so much. Yeah, I think that's it. 10 big moments for 2025 Outside Minds Podcast. We're gonna sign out right now. Hope you guys had a great 2025. 2026, this is day 1. Let's get it, everybody.
Let's go.
You got anything to say?
That's not really. Just shout out everybody and let's keep rolling.
Yes, sir. Outside Minds Podcast. We out.